What's going on, everybody? It's Matt, aka Lumberjack Landlord. Super excited to be here with you, albeit late on Sunday. Whew. Sometimes you got a landlord, and that's what happened there. Reached out to the property manager. He was away, and so not able to go take care of a lockout. So I had to go over there and take care of a lockout. And you guessed it, it was somebody that just wasn't willing to change their batteries. Freaking hell. So there's no way to get in at that point. You got to drill it out. So those locks that I recommended, ow, that I had to drill out the centerpiece. I had to drill out the studs so I could then get the other side to pop off. Holy cow. That was a nightmare. That took me, I did a short right when we were leaving the house to go do that. And so that took me right around 40 minutes. Oh, I won't tell my crew how long that took. That's embarrassing. Yeah, it took 40 minutes to get that thing out. Man, that thing was hard, and I definitely dented my metal door. But anyway, is what it is. C'est la vie. Such is landlording. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys had a great week. I literally just had to chug one of these things, so apologize in advance for the burping. But holy cow, what a crazy week. I expect to announce my biggest deal ever this week. I'm very, very excited. It's been a long time coming. And not the deal itself, but a deal like it. It's been a long time coming, but I'm super excited to share that news with you guys. But what I really wanted to start off and talk about today is, did you check out the live stream that we did yesterday? We had problems with the mics, so I'm going to work on that. Some of the technical difficulties. We're going to try and do more stuff in the field as we have so many projects going on. Yeah, so that's what the plan is going to be. Hopefully yesterday was a good live stream and you guys learned something from that. But one of the areas that I really wanted to touch today was, where can you get better at real estate investment? I think very often people think that they have everything to learn. And while you might have a lot to learn, there's things naturally that your skill set might fit well with. You might be a great operator. You might be somebody that's really good at managing books. You might be somebody that's really good with your hands. All of those different things. What you do in the beginning is you do everything in the beginning. And that is so you know the job. And then after you know the job, the next step is, okay, what are the jobs that I'm good at and that I enjoy? Sometimes they're not the same thing. Most of the times they are, right? When you're really good at something, who doesn't like doing it? That's what I always tell my wife. And so the cool thing about that is that in the beginning, you're doing everything, or what you do sub out, what you do, basically have somebody else cover. You need to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, the way they're doing it. That's how you become operationally efficient and understand operationally how your business needs to be managed. Those are the critical elements to being a self-management landlord. Quite frankly, those are the critical elements that I bet right now, they say 40% of landlords have it for property managed for them. I would tell you that of those 40%, I would say it's because half of them are probably scared to do the things that need to be done on their own. We teach management at afar. We teach all of the skills, processes, and efficiencies that you need to have in place in the Lumberjack Landlord course. So you either know that your property manager is ripping you off, because they're ripping you off in some way, shape, or form, but you can then know that they're ripping you off, number one, or number two, make sure of the things that you should be taking off of their plate, because for some reason their cost model doesn't work for you. I saw one cost model that was, they take the first month's rent and then they take 8% moving thereafter. What the hell? What money's left? Literally, like, what money's left? Tell me all the amazing deals that people are doing out there where there's money left after that. They take the first month's rent, and on top of that, they take 8%. That's garbage. That's absolute hot garbage. So I just really want to protect people that are going out there. I mean, guys, listen, I understand that $1,000 is a lot of money, but it is a pittance compared to what you're going to spend on a property manager that's not doing things the right way. It's a pittance. It's a rounding error. If you're in this journey for 3 months, okay, maybe $1,000 is too much. I get it. If you're thinking about holding property for any amount of time, certainly when we're talking about years, $1,000 is a rounding error. It's a rounding error. It just is. That's why I priced it at what I priced it at. I was an idiot. I hired some consultants, had them give me some feedback. And they said, yeah, you know what? Quite frankly, your course should be between 5 and 10K. I'm like, I'm not selling it for that. That's ridiculous. I want everybody. I would much rather have 5 times as many students than a fifth as many students. And the only ones that can afford that expensive of a course. It's $1,000. I made it that because it's a rounding error. For another $500, which is going to go to 1,000, you can get in the boot camp. You can be with like-minded individuals. I'm so proud of the first class. They did exactly, the first boot camp did exactly what I hoped they would. They created relationships within the group. Now they're meeting on their own. I'm going to sneak up on them. I'm going to sneak into a meeting. You know, glasses, big nose. The mustache isn't going to help me. I'm going to sneak probably without a hat. As soon as I take my hat off, they won't know who I am. But I'm going to sneak into one of those meetings. I want to see them continue to progress. I want to see them continue to grow in their journey. I want to see them continue to get elite, get better. And obviously you got to get better in order to get elite. But be honest with yourself. Look at the job. Look and understand what I'm, as you continue to develop skills, there's going to be things that you're like, wow, I didn't really know I liked that, but I actually really like that. I really like that. That's a lot of fun. This part of it, this element, maybe it's showing the units. Maybe it's being able to smooth over issues. Maybe it's the fact of posting, that you get really good at posting and your ads are just electric because you took my course, but your ads are electric. And so you see these amazing, guys, we are, for an ad that we put pending, we're getting 30 inquiries a day for an ad that we put pending. So be honest with yourselves. Where can you get better at REI? I would propose that you probably have no idea where you can get better because you have no idea how good or bad you are in these other different areas. One of the things my course teaches, it lets you dial in and get right with yourself to say, wow, I didn't know any of that. Or, you know what? I knew like 80% of that. I'm actually pretty far along in that area. Here's some other areas where I'm not. Strategies, how to post your ads. Look at the syllabus, the videos on the website. I would just encourage you. We had kids, or I won't say kids. I had to kind of say kids. They're young, in their 20s. We had kids that have purchased the course and they're taking the course and they don't even have a rental unit yet. And I asked them, I said, why'd you do that? They said, because I believe spending $1,000 now will save me tens of thousands of dollars later, even as I'm looking for my deals. They couldn't be more right. They absolutely could not be more right. I took a picture. If you guys saw my Instagram yesterday, I took a picture of an open house. It's all these people walking around the house. Do you think that any of them have taken a real estate investment course? It instantly makes you a better buyer, whether you're buying your personal home or investing. A lot of the stuff that I talk about is maintenance and how to maintain things and what to look for in systems and how to understand if a system needs replacing. You ever buy a home? You're going to kind of need to know all that stuff. Just saying. And again, your inspection is going to cost you more than what my course costs. So it just is what it is. I want to provide value to you guys. I know there's a bunch of people out there that absolutely crushed it. I'm so excited for your journey. I got to spend more time with Ready On yesterday, Landlord Odyssey. Got to spend 2 hours with him and my agent Emma. Emma, thank you so much for coming out and being the I guess moderator and film crew. So she was fantastic. It was great to have her. And Ready On was great. He was a student in the class. He's like, every single time I listen to one of these things or I do one of these things, I learn more. He's a sponge. There's no doubt in my mind that guy has literally dozens of units in his future, and he will be financially free with real estate. No doubt in my mind. Just no doubt. So I would encourage you, go look at the syllabus, go through it, be honest with yourselves, recognize where you might be able to grow. And I'm telling you, I think that riches are in the niches. And even if you just get masterfully good at one thing, just one thing where you're masterfully good at it. Maybe it's on the acquisition side. Maybe it's on the inspection side. Maybe it's on the maintenance side. It could be anywhere in the continuum, right? Then you learn how to monetize that. You learn what things need to be outsourced and what things you need to manage because it's your business and you want to crush it. So that's all I really had to say about that. But again, look up the course, look up the syllabus. We're going to be doubling the price of the boot camp. Not right now, but it's going to happen in the next, I don't want to give you a time frame because I'm not sure exactly, but it's going to happen. We are going to double the price of the boot camp. The cost of the boot camp for me is it was a couple of hours. I said 1 hour. We usually went 2. But the editing, going through all of our videos, and then each of those were 2 to 3 hours, and then bookmarking every single video so it's consumable for the people and for guys in the future that were in that boot camp and want to go back and look at some topic that was discussed. It's all there. It's all there. Yeah, so I would encourage you guys to take a look at that. And again, just be honest with yourself. How can you get better at REI? I guarantee there's ways. I guarantee there's ways. And a really good way to assess yourself is in a course where you're learning and watching, easy for me to say, and then getting feedback from peers that are also in the course. This course is it's a bunch of dynamic people. It really is. And they're, for the most part, they're buy and hold self-management landlords. And a lot of them own stuff that's not close by, but they were getting bled dry. We had one student that was absolutely getting crushed. $6,000 a month is what they're now saving because they took the course. $6,000 a month. Should have worked out a percentage of revenue. Just kidding. That's not the point. The point is I want to put value out there in the marketplace. People are getting value. That's what I love.